Happy to have you with us. It's opening day on the show. It's the Durham Bulls taking on the Charlotte Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen,
first pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And on the hill today, Drew Thorpe. Here's the scouting report. With 5 pitches in the arsenal, he's got a lot of ways to approach each hitter in this lineup. But if he only has 1 or 2 of those pitches working, the batters will have an easier time guessing what's coming. Anytime you can eliminate pitches from consideration, it gives you a leg up against the pitcher. Coming up next to the dish for Durham, Gavin Lux. Got him. Now 1 out.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 8.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Bases empty, 1 away. Digging in at the dish for the Bulls, Jonathan Aranda. 1-1 pitch now.
That's ball 2.
Ripped to third. Tosses to first. Quick start this evening. 2 out in the top of the first.
Batting third, the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
So 2 out. Stepping to the plate for Durham, Jake Fraley. That's one off
ball
the mark. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs and nobody aboard. Sliced hard, but foul. On the ground to short. Bergoya. Over to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down here. Welcome back. And towing the slab, Ian Seymour. He's got 5 pitches to attack hitters with, and that means his game plan can vary widely between starts. Hard to say which pitches he'll be leaning on in this one, but if he can get 3, 4, or even all 5 of them going, watch out. Should be interesting to see. To the bottom of the first we go. And now, Miguel Vargas. Got the bat going too soon there. It's strike 2. Hard liner to first, snag for the out.
Batting second.
Let's take a look at the lineup. Edgar Caro will hit next. 1 out and the base is empty. In the air, right field. Reaching try, but can't make the catch. Not many
Batting
hitters can
third,
make that kind of
the center
contact on
fielder,
balls in
number
that location.
27,
High pitch on a 2-strike count, and he did well to put the barrel on it. Digging in for the Knights, Brooks Baldwin. Kicks and delivers. And that one fouled off. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Batting
This is a great
the
example of why it's so important to mix up your speeds as a pitcher. That changeup was in a hittable spot, but clearly the swing was geared for a heater, and that's how you wind up with a strikeout there.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
Caro leads off of first with 2 out. Goes down looking on that one. They strand 1, scoreless after 1. This broadcast is brought to you by Dr. Guy N. Emer. If he can't diagnose you in 30 minutes, you get an extra lollipop. Top half of the second from Charlotte.
Ball. That's inside.
Ground
Foul
ball
ball.
left side, and it goes just foul. That one is absolutely pummeled. This one carrying. And it's out of here. It just clears the wall. And just like that, they're out in front. It's 1-0. I'm really impressed by the effort out there in center field. He really laid it on the line, trying to bring it back and rob the homer, but just couldn't quite do it. And now at the plate, Nick Fortes.
Ball.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And there's
Nope.
the ball.
That's inside.
And that's a walk.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ben Williamson.
Now the third baseman, Ben Williamson. 2-1 pitch upcoming. Swing and a miss, just waving at that one. Got it. 1 out in the second. A bit unusual to see him swing so early. Typically uses the whole field, but a little jumpy in this spot. So digging in, Braden Taylor. Here comes the 2-2. That's inside. And he grounds this back up the middle. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Everything came together on that swing. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get a hit. Next to bat for the Bulls, Johnny DeLuca. That one close, ruled a ball.
That's ball 3.
3-1 now. And a challenge from behind the dish. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges.
What do you got?
After it, tried to hold up and a look to first. Didn't go. Payoff pitch. Struck out swinging. Slider ran away for strike 3 there. Coming up next to the dish for Durham, Carson Williams. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, but blocked. Ground ball to short. They get the force. That ends the inning and prevents things from getting out of hand. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on the solo shot. And the home team's down a run. On to the bottom of the second. And now, Everson Pereira.
The right fielder, Everson Pereira.
Swing and a high fly to left. And there's one away.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Lamont Wade.
One out and the bases are empty. Next up for the Knights, Lamont Wade Jr. And a big swing and a miss. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a runner on with a one-out single.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Curtis.
Stepping to the plate for Charlotte, Curtis Mead. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Riku Nishida.
Coming up to the dish for Charlotte, Riku Nishida. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's outside.
That's out.
Runs the high heat past him for the strikeout. So one hit is all they get. Heading on now to the top of the third. Durham with the lead, 1-0.
I'm self-built, I'm self-made, and I'm self-paid. Y'all don't really want it with me. Hustle game strong, shoe game mean. The money is dirty, but the suits is clean. High haters, I'm back from my hiatus. Whips coming, color like
On to the next inning. Digging in at the dish for the Bulls, Gavin Lux.
Lux.
Way inside.
Nope.
That was one you'll want back right in the heart of the zone. Gotta punish that. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Three and 2 now. That one misses. It's a leadoff walk.
Take your base.
It definitely wasn't
Now
easy,
batting,
but
first
earned the
baseman,
walk after a
Jonathan
long at bat.
Aranda.
So up next, Jonathan Aranda. One and one. Here's the pitch. Bash down the right side, but foul. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's down and away. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher softened him up with a couple of changeups. Might be time to go to the heater. Got him swinging. That's the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Stepping in, Jake Fraley. The 1-1 offering. Up the middle. Oh, and a great flip. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So they make short work of them there. Moving on now to the home half of the third inning. Durham ahead in this game, 1-0.
I'm a dreamer, high achiever. You know when we're in the place. We don't hold back, we're right in your face. We can't lose, we take your first place. They wanna do it like me?
Bottom of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate. William Bergoya.
William Bergoya.
2-1 now. That one ripped into right center. One away.
Now batting, left fielder, Miguel.
Back to the top of the order here. Miguel Vargas now at the plate. One out and the base is empty. Can't squeeze it. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Edgar Quero.
Edgar Quero, the next to hit. Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
is
out.
outside. Ground ball right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. They're set down in order. On to the fourth.
Leading off
And
for
now
Durham,
the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Mullins.
Payoff pitch. That one misses. It's a leadoff walk. Next to bat for the
batter,
Bulls,
the
Nick
catcher, number
Fortes.
40, Nick Fortes.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Meanwhile, some activity in the bullpen. Brandon Eisert preparing to come on if needed. Gonzalez getting cranked up as well. Here's the 1-2 offering. Runner at first, nobody out. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's
outside. That's a ball.
Runner on the go. Here's a grounder right
Foul.
side, and that's just foul. Mullins on at first with nobody out. Just
Oh,
off
that's
the
just
outside
out.
edge. Ninth pitch of the at-bat up next. And that one is foul. We'll try again. Another full count pitch. And ball 4.
That pitch is up.
2
Ball 4.
That's an excellent at bat. Saw a lot
Now
of
batting,
pitches and
third
earned the walk.
baseman, Ben Williamson.
Here's the third baseman, Ben Williamson. Swing lifted to left field. And there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Braden Taylor.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, making a move for the bullpen. Drew Thorpe won't go any further. Leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on, and we'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
They
night.
turn things over to
Number
the southpaw,
53,
Brandon Iser.
Brandon
Has to collect quick outs
Iser.
and keep the team within striking distance. So digging in, Braden Taylor. Tough lefty-lefty matchup here for the hitter. The best approach is to stay up the middle. Even if you're a little late, you can send an opposite field lineup. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss. Chases way out of the zone. In the dirt, but kept it close. Nice job behind the plate there. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. He's doing a good job of changing speeds. First the off-speed stuff, then the heat. Now the hitter's off balance. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just
Ball,
off
that's
the
in.
inside edge. What a take with 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch. And that'll load
Nope.
the bases.
Ball 4.
The batter, the right fielder, number 21, Johnny DeLuca.
Now it's the right fielder, Johnny DeLuca. Full house on the bases with 1 away. Swings and misses. Struck the batter out. Huge K there. Good location on that heater, top of the zone. That's the modern approach with the fastball. Trying to get good ride on it. Swing wasn't on time, but tough to get good contact on it, even if it had been. Stepping to the plate for Durham, Carson Williams. This one's hammered to left center, well struck. And it one-hops the wall. And here comes the runner. Now a relay to the plate. slide, safe, and they're up by
Now
4.
batting, the designated hitter, Gavin.
How about that?
Lux.
Clears the bases. Nice line drive cut there. Had everything working smoothly on the swing. That's one to try and replicate. Coming up next to the dish for Durham, Gavin Lux. Next pitch in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
is
off the
outside.
plate.
Puts this one in the air down the line. And that is out number 3. But 3 runs come across in the inning, and all of them came on this 3-run double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Welcome back. The Knights at
Leading
the
off
plate here in the
for
bottom of the
Knights,
4th.
the center fielder, number 27.
Charlotte was actually the site of the first documented gold find in American history. A 17-pound gold nugget was discovered in 1799, setting off America's first gold rush in the process. 2-1 now. There's a strike at the knees. And pops it up towards the line. Makes the catch. Nice play after the long run. And there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Tim Elko.
Nobody on with 1 out. Digging in for the Knights, Tim Elko. Very balanced hitter here. Perfectly comfortable with shooting the ball the other way for a base knock, but also with the ability to put a few over the fence.
Ball.
That one in the air to center field. Mullins has this one sized up. Gets there. Got it.
Now batting, the right fielder,
2 down now. And now the right fielder, Everson Pereira. One ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. It's been a good outing so far on the hill, but he's not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. If he doesn't get a little more efficient, things could go south. Trying to check the swing, now an appeal to first. Went around, strike 3. Not an easy call there, but that will end the inning. They go down in order. We're ready for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
Jonathan Aranda.
Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. And the leadoff hitter set down in the 5th.
Left fielder,
It looked like he recognized the slider, but got the swing off late and just couldn't barrel it up. Now the left fielder, Jake Fraley. Fraley stands at 6 foot even, 205 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. And now the 2-1, and that drops in for a strike. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Swings and misses. First 2 batters retired in the top of the 5th.
Cedric.
And you can see he has a lot of faith in that slider, going back-to-back with it. Not only that, but he followed one in the zone with one outside the zone away, and the batter chased after it. Great pitching. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brandon Eisert will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Wickelman Gonzalez. Being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Next to bat for the Bulls, Cedric Mullins. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Beats the throw.
No, he's safe.
And they don't get an out on the play.
Now batting, the catcher, Nick Fortes.
Man on at first, Nick Fortes digs in now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch.
That's in.
Far
Ball
inside,
2.
nearly clipped the batter. Two 2-1 pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning. 1 runner left on base, but they lead it 4-0.
Follow my lead, promise I'm taking them on to the land. Couple of ops, I make them live it before they stand. Did it with these, never gonna lose and I'm winning again. Give me my ring, champion teams are back to back, back to back.
Now pitching for
Back now to start the bottom of the
number
5th,
49,
and taking over on the
Kevin
mound, Kevin Kelly.
Kelly.
And with a nice lead in hand, he needs to have an attacking mentality as he enters this
the
game.
designated hitter,
Digging in, Lamont Wade Jr.
Wade Jr.
Ball, that's out.
Next
Ball,
offering
that's
misses.
inside.
And now 3 balls, 1 strike. That's great discipline at the dish. He fell behind 0-1, then didn't overextend or get greedy. Now he's got a favorable count on 3-1. Next pitch finds the zone. The count is full. Swings through it for the K.
Now
And the
batting,
leadoff batter
third
retired
baseman,
in their half of the
Curtis
5th.
Mead.
Stepping to the plate for Charlotte, Curtis Mead. The Knights down by 4 runs. Bottom half of the 5th. On the outside corner. 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Cam Boozer, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Schultens warming up as well. One-two offering. That's a
Ball,
little bit low.
down.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout.
The batter, number
2 quick outs
13,
here in the bottom half of the 5th
second
inning.
baseman, Riku Nishida.
Now it's the second baseman, Riku Nishida. Inside,
That's a ball.
nearly got the batter. That'll back him up a bit. 2 outs, base is empty. It's a comebacker to the mound. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning.
If it's over, it's over, so just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was holding that night, telling all of your secrets and hugging. Guess you right, it's too good to be true. Was a point, all I needed was you. But time after time, I just fussing and fighting each time that you do what you do. And it's cool. Mama said it was fish in the sea, I got lost in the pool. Knew it was coming, I watched how you move, how you turn your back on me and leave me to lose. Remember the text, how you said that you do. Said that you never leave, we would fight till it's due. But as it went on, I was fighting for you. Said the text turned green, why the f*** it ain't blue? Guess you done and I get it. Said you staying, you wanted.
We're back back here at the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Durham,
Start of the
the third
sixth. Ben
baseman,
Gelman bringing you
Ben
this one. And leading off, Ben
Williamson.
Williamson. And the 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike offering. Another coming up. Good job to fight that one off. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Next
Ball,
offering
that's
is
down.
downstairs. Out to center. And there's one down.
The batter, the second baseman, Braden Taylor.
Bases empty, one away. Stepping to the plate for Durham, Braden Taylor. Swings and misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's a K. 2 outs opening up the top of the 6th inning. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Wickelman Gonzalez gives way. And as the starter heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Righty
Knights,
reliever out in the
number
pen,
62.
Alexander Alberto. Some serious action on his slider. A lot of spin rate and a lot of break. You think you know where it's going to be, and then it zags on you. Bases are empty with 2 away.
The right fielder,
And here at the
number
plate, Johnny
21,
DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca.
And now it's all even up. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets him down 1-2-3. We move on to the bottom of inning number 6. The Bulls on top 4-0. We'll move on to the bottom of the 6th. Coming up to the dish for Charlotte, William Bergoya.
Bergoya.
Bash down the right side, but foul. That one down the line,
That ball's
and it
foul.
goes just foul. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And again on 1-2. That one is foul. We'll see another. What an at-bat he's putting together. He's doing a great job of frustrating the pitcher, and that makes a mistake pitch more likely. 1-2 now. Got the batter swinging. 1 out as they get
Now
the leadoff
batting,
hitter here in the
left
6th.
fielder, number 20, Miguel.
Next up for the Knights, Miguel Vargas. 1-1 pitch now. On the ground to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Makes the throw, but it's not in time. In safely, and now there's a runner
Now
at first.
batting, catcher, Edgar.
Digging in for the Knights,
Caro.
Edgar Caro. Line drive. Fair ball. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, and drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. We'll see if they can build on this and capitalize on their momentum. Here's the center fielder, Brooks Baldwin. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss, late cut there. Second and third here, one away. Good eye on that pitch. 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Wow, he's showing outstanding discipline with 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. This one popped up. And makes the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tim Elko.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Kevin Kelly done for the night, and on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for
So they turn to the lefty in this spot,
62,
Cam Boozer.
Cam
Goes to work with runners on
Boozer.
second and third. Stepping to the plate for Charlotte, Tim Elko. And the 1-1.
Ball.
That one in the dirt. Everson Pereira to bat next. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Late on that fastball. Got him looking. And that'll wrap this inning up. 2 left on base. They trail here 4-0. We go to the top of the 7th. Carson Williams getting ready to hit.
Williams.
Here comes the 1-1. The 2-2. And misses
Inside ball.
inside. Fly ball out to right. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gavin.
To the top of the order we go. Next is the designated hitter, Gavin Lux. 1 out and the base is empty.
Ball 2.
Serious heat on that fastball, up into triple digits. That's tough to hit at any level. Now a fly ball to right center. Out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 8.
Jonathan Aranda now at the plate. Two outs, bases empty. Swings through that one for strike 2. Great time to go to the slider. He was clearly sitting fastball, which made his swing just a hair too early. Now he's got to protect with 2 strikes. And a high fly out to center. And that's that. Offense held in check here. Midway through inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Bulls out in front, 4-0. Bottom of the 7th,
leading
Everson Pereira digs in now.
The right fielder, Everson Pereira.
3-1 pitch. That one
That's
misses.
ball
It's a
4.
leadoff walk.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Lamont Wade
Next up, the
Jr.
designated hitter, Lamont Wade Jr. With the leadoff hitter aboard, the pitcher is looking to cut down that threat. Maybe a ground ball can help them get him off the bases, maybe even a double play. Popped up to the left into foul ground. There's one down. Those high fastballs in the zone look so tempting, but it's hard
Now
for hitters to
batting,
get on plane
third
with them.
baseman, Curtis
Runner at
Mead.
first. Now the third baseman, Curtis Mead. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Foul ball there. One and two, here's the pitch. That one almost got the hitter.
That's ball 3.
Runner at first, one away. Fly ball to center. Mullins on the way in. And makes the grab.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Riku.
Manager out of the dugout, time to make a change. Cam Boozer won't go any further tonight. The starter heads off, and we'll step aside for just a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
New
Durham.
pitcher now,
Number
Jesse
65,
Schultz.
Jesse Schultz.
Next up for the Knights, Riku Nishida. Two 1 pitch coming.
Ball
Just
that's
missed.
outside.
Laser to third, but handled well. That ends the inning. One left on base, on the short end of a 4-0 scoreline.
Now pitching for the
So a
Knights,
lefty out of the
number
pen,
38,
Chris Murphy.
Chris
The offense will need to be ready for the breaking
Murphy.
stuff, including a great curveball.
leading off.
Here's the left fielder,
The left
Jake
fielder,
Fraley.
Jake Fraley.
One ball, one strike. Comes up empty, strike 2. And that one is in the dirt. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss. And that's one way the leadoff hitter retired in the 8th.
Cedric Mullins.
And now, Cedric Mullins. And already in this one, he's gone deep, hitting a solo homer back in the 2nd inning. That was a nice boost for his team early on. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball to right. Brings it in with a nice running grab. I'm sure he was looking to pull that one and put a really good swing on it, but that one was a little too far outside for that approach. Base is empty with 2 out. Coming up next to the dish for Durham, Nick Fortes. And it's through for a hit. That keeps the inning going.
The batter, the third baseman, Ben.
Here's the third baseman, Ben Williamson. The lefty readies. Here's the 1-1.
That's out.
And the 2-1 pitch. In the air to left, towards the line. Dives and can't hang on. And it's a 2-out double. Off the schneid now that the first hit is in the books. That can really weigh on a player when you struggle to get that first hit to open a season. Time to shake it off and move forward. So up next, Braden Taylor. The 1-1 offering.
Nope, outside.
Two and 1 now. Swing and a foul straight back. Gets it by him for the strikeout. 2 runners left stranded, but they're in front, 4-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. William Bergoya getting ready to hit.
William Bergoya.
1-1. Here's the pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but fouled. And 1-2. Good eye
Ball
there.
2.
Activity in the bullpen. Hunter Biggie up and throwing. Ripped, but it curls foul. And that's ripped to left.
Nope, that's foul.
And foul ball. Once again on 2-2. Just
That's
off
a
the
ball.
outside edge. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Miguel.
Now the left fielder, Miguel Vargas. Here's the 1-1. Gets a chase on that one. They're running out of opportunities in this one, so with the leadoff man aboard, they need to make sure they capitalize on this chance. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nobody out and a runner at first. Swing and a miss at the splitter for strike
Now
3.
batting, the
That
catcher,
splitter was in a very
Edgar
hittable location. Definitely not where the pitcher
Caro.
wanted to put it. Still got the K, though. So digging in, Edgar Caro. And the 1-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Here's the 1-2 offering. Fouled off at the plate. They'll do it again. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And that's
Now
a
batting,
beautifully
the center
thrown
fielder,
splitter,
number
diving down
27,
and getting him to swing
Brooks.
over the top of it, thinking it was more of a straight heater. Nice pitch. Man on at first. Digging in, the switch-hitting outfielder, Brooks Baldwin. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Two 2-1 now. Late swing, fouled to the left. Bergoya, the runner at first with 2 out. Fly ball to center. That is the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 9th inning coming up. Durham with the lead, 4-0. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Johnny DeLuca now at the plate.
Johnny DeLuca.
Here comes the 1-1. And a curve misses outside. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. And the leadoff batter set down here in the ninth. And now the shortstop, Carson Williams. 1 down. Base is empty here in the ninth. Falling behind, 2-1. Next pitch, in for a strike. Gets him swinging. That's what he'd like to have back. A mid-90s fastball in a hittable location. 2 away here, nobody on. And now the DH, Gavin Lux. And the 1-1. Dodges
That's
that
ball two.
fastball. Just took too long to recognize that one was going to land in the zone. Great work with that big bender. The 2-2. Ground ball, right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. They're set down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Tim Elko digs in now.
Tim Elko.
1-1. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to shallow right field. And a quick out, number one.
Now batting, the right fielder,
He's
Everson.
2 outs away. Now it's the right fielder, Everson Pereira. Swings through that one. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Only 1 out remaining. That low slider is so tough to get on plane with. It starts out looking like a fastball at the knees, and then it dives towards the dirt and leaves you looking like somebody stole your sandwich. 1-1 pitch now. That one ripped, but foul. The Knights down to their last strike. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 down and nobody aboard. That
Ball,
one
that's
95
upstairs.
miles an hour, but missed up top. And the count's full. And that's
Ball
ball
4. That pitch is in.
Now batting, the third baseman, Curtis Mead.
2 outs and a runner at first. Next up, Curtis Mead. Here's the 1-1. Chases a high fastball there. Tough to make contact on pitches that high up. And that's off the inside edge.
Ball 2.
2-2. Wade leading off first with 2 away. Spoils that one. It remains 2-2. Good eye
That's ball
there.
3.
With the runner moving here, the batter has to find a way to put something in the gap to bring him in. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. The Bulls take the season opener and move to 1-0. A 4-0 shutout in this one. On behalf of our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for joining us.
Sé que quieres, yo sé bien cómo tú eres. Tú tienes hombres de más, también te gustan las mujeres. Por amor nadie se muere, nadie por amor nadie se muere. A la disco ya no le cabe un alma y la nota subiendo los niveles. Ropita sexy pa' que me la modele. Ya las heridas no le duelen. Yo le traigo pa' que se revele y formemos el DNR. Yeah, porque por tu cara sé que quieres. Yo sé.
Don't listen, feel the sound.
And King Cornelius defeated the terrible dragon, and all the people in the land were very happy. Oh no, let me finish the book.
Sorry, Mommy.
And the people came to the king's side cheering,